Well, hello, and welcome back to the Watch What Crappens podcast. I'm Ronnie, and today, for this very special Below Deck finale recap, I'm with the gorgeous Ryan Bailey from the So Bad It's Good podcast with Ryan Bailey. Hello, Ryan.
Hello, Ronnie. And to the audience, we just did a whole podcast before we started, FYI. So
we did, and I could not press record because I was still getting some fish together for the fish report. So
thank God.
Priorities.
People need the fish report. That's what we're here for today.
Thank you for being here any day, but also especially on this Below Deck finale day, because this is never an easy day, not because anyone's crying that this shit's over, but because it's very difficult, the finale. It's like hugging. It's just hugging.
Yeah, it is. It's a very end of the school year vibe. Where you're like, we have to say goodbye to all of these characters, some of which we've never even learned their names the entire season. And you wonder what they're going to be doing for the summer. And you get to see like this. Thank God Harry is going to be with that girl for a little bit. Like that warmed my heart. But it was.
Oh, God. Yeah, I was really worried about those two fucking basics. Like, what are they going to do? Are they going to have somebody to hold hands with in the food court? I don't care.
They enjoy matinee movies together. And the fact that he was like, in the last episode, just kept apologizing to her. Like, I'm sorry, she was twerking on me. I'm so sorry. And he just kept apologizing. And
I
was
literally sobbed. The man literally sobbed.
And she loved it. She loved it.
She was like, you're the one for me. A man who will sob an apology. Yes, you're the one.
I mean, it's like, she was getting full fanny flutters. It was amazing.
That's all she needed. This whole season, she's been like, I need more from Harry. I just don't know what it is, but I need more. And she gets him sobbing and apologizing. And she's like, that's it. Just came.
Harry reminds me of the dad, Crispin Glover from Back to the Future, but not like as the nerdy part. Like one Michael J. Fox goes back and changes the future, and then Crispin Glover, like the dad has changed. He like wrote a book, and that reminds me of Harry.
Harry reminds me of, did you ever watch Absolutely Fabulous? I'm sorry, I'm bringing up
Oh my God, shows. Ronnie, I have a note right here about the Chief Stew reminding me of like very ab-fab vibes.
Oh, yes. Well, Harry, they did a trip where they went to Morocco. And there was this like perv that they know, this like guy perv. And he's just like, ooh. And just the way his face, like his eyebrows go all the way up. He's like, ooh. That's very Harry. And I know Harry, is so nice and everybody loves Harry. And I'm not a Harry hater. I mean, Harry does seem genuinely nice. But there's just something about Harry that I don't trust. And I don't know if it's that.
Really? You will go so as far as you do not trust Harry?
I don't trust Harry. No, I'm going to say that I don't trust Harry. He seems like sneaky or something. There's something, and also he's a big tattletale. That's another thing I don't like about Harry. He's always tattletaling, and then he's always running to the girls with all the gossip to like get everybody else in trouble. I mean, he's just not a trustworthy person. But he seems nice.
What if he comes back next season after his new girlfriend and his voice is like lowered 3 octaves? They're like, "What's up, Captain Jason? What's going on?"
Listen, hey. I've seen a lot of people change in my 50 years. I've never seen anybody change that much. Have you?
No. You made a really solid point there, Ronnie. Thank you. Yeah, you're right. No, I don't
people
trust Captain Jason,
but they don't.
Yeah, that's true. People don't want to put the work in. Captain Jason is the one that sometimes I don't trust because he, to me, is just. I mean, he's so solid. I mean, he's very Tom Cruise in a way where he is just.
I'm here. I'm vaping off camera to be.
Oh, God, I guys really, he's very, Captain Jason is like very Tom Cruise in the sense that Tom Cruise just wants to make films and Jason just wants to provide a good service. And he loves this yacht and he loves the Seychelles and he's very asexual to me. Like he's considered the hottest thing that Bravo has going in terms of a man, yet you cannot ever see this guy hooking up with anybody.
It's interesting because Danny Pellegrino was just here. We were in Crappy Hour together, and we were talking about that article that came out in People about Bravo's sexiest bachelors. You saw that, I'm sure.
Yeah. And Tom Schwartz is like, "What's up, everybody?" Yeah.
Schwartz, Carl, Shep, and then of course the model Beckford coming to
Tyson
the new show.
Beckford.
Tyson Beckford
Tyson
coming to the
Beckford
new,
was
who's
in there.
like legit gorge. But then you've got all these other dum-dums from Bravo. And Danny said, I noticed, he's like, take Tyson out of it. He's like, but you notice everybody else is kind of asexual on that. If you think about it, you've got Shep, who I said Shep's not asexual. He just comes in 2 seconds, so it doesn't really matter. It's like frat boy coming,
Was it good for you? Yeah.
Yeah. But Shep, I think, is too drunk to even know. But like Carl and Schwartz and
Carl is completely asexual. Yeah.
Yeah. So now you're saying Jason, and so that makes sense. And by the way, it's not to diss asexuality, obviously. Not me. I'm like the president of it. But,
I mean, I'm not screaming. Like, you don't see me and it doesn't scream sex at all. Like, but I remember that BravoCon we were at a couple years ago, and everybody, like, the whole weekend was just about getting Captain Jason laid. Like, not even from, like, the fans. It was like, like, every panel you would go to, there would be a question where it'd be like, would you bone Captain Jason? Like, that was every panel I went to, they would just like get to a point where they would ask it like, would you hook up with Captain Jason? Where I was like, why aren't we doing Love Hotel? Let's just do Love Jason.
Yeah, they could. They could try to do one of those Shep-lationships or whatever, or relationships or whatever they did. Just try and hook Jason up. Just hook Jason up, I mean, maybe.
Do you think people know the history of Bravo as much as they should? Like, because you just said relationship, and I wonder if there are people out there still that don't realize Shep had a 1 season long dating show.
Yeah, well, those years just keep flying by. I mean, we'll mention stuff and people are like, what are you talking about? That fight never happened. I'm like, yes, it did 15 years ago. Do you watch Bravo? But yeah, relationship, that was the first dating show I've ever seen so many people leave. They're like, nope. No,
just willfully. Yeah, everybody wants to be a reality star, and that's the one show people were like, "I'm good, actually. I don't even." Here. I just realized I didn't get a lot of attention from my parents when I was younger. I
tried to kiss him. He burped in my mouth, and there was a tooth in my mouth. When there was a wooden tooth in my mouth as he walked away. Like, I'm out of here.
If you kiss Shep, you are going to get an immediate taste of brisket, like smoked brisket.
And some probably in your mouth because it's still on his teeth. He's just one of those. Ugh, gross. But yeah, Jason is he's like being put forth as this sexy guy, and he is sexy, but he's good looking. But I agree that there's not a ton of like energy dripping off there. Like the season where he's like coming out in the shirts, the wet shirt, and then he's selling his kimono. He's like, oh yeah, the Captain's Lounge kimono. I'm like, please put your clothes on. I'm trying to eat.
And then
I want your hairy butt crack everywhere.
And didn't Laura just have like a sex dream about him like last episode or like?
I don't believe that either. Do you?
I mean, yeah, because I was like, come on, you did not explain the sex dream. Like, that would have been a fun scene if she had to explain in detail to Captain Jason the sex scene.
Well, the sex scene actually was pretty funny. She's like, I imagined that we were saving children and the children had beautiful eyes. And then we fucked. I'm like, what the you were saving children?
Oh, he wants to make eye contact with you during sex. You just know it.
Oh, God. I mean, I kind of like that. Do you? Because it keeps keeps your eyes off my love handles. Like, just look right here.
No, like, yeah, right here. Yeah, right at these baby blues. Come on.
I'm looking into your eyes and you're looking at the exit sign. I'm like, it's called romance. Finish. Get her done. Can I get some Shep timing over here, please? All right. So below dick, down under. Oh, and also, you're not only doing your own show, you are a chump these days on the Jeff Lewis radio show. Jeff Lewis says.
Jeff Lewis Live. You guys were just on last week. I get made fun of by Jeff. It's only. I mean, that's when I was watching Flipping Out, like 12, however long, how many years ago, how many decades that was. I used to love Flipping Out. And just to think that I never was watching that thinking that one day I would get completely made fun of by Jeff Lewis every week. And
right. You just watch everybody else being traumatized. Like, this is so entertaining. And now that it's your turn, you're like, God damn it.
This guy's great. Oh, cool. He's talking about my nipples and bedwetting again. Amazing. Love it.
He is harsh, man, but very funny. So love you on that. Okay, so I just wanted to give them a shout out. Hi. Okay, so now let's go over to the Below Deck Down Under season finale. My first kind of complaint is I don't need 17 episodes of Below Deck. I don't need it.
Can I tell you something that might blow your mind, Ronnie? Is that you asked me to do this last week, and I was like, hell yeah. And I had not watched an episode of Below Deck Med this season. And so in this past week, I have watched 17 episodes of Below Deck Med.
Ryan.
And I will, well, listen, Below Deck, like I watch Below Deck Sailing Yacht, but you know, sometimes a season will get 3 or 4 episodes in and you're like, I can't do it. I can't get in there. I don't have the time. Yeah. And then I always want to get around to it. And you asked me and I was like, oh, this is the perfect time. And I have been in Below Deck Down Underworld for the last week, and it is so funny. Like I'll have I won't have dreams about having sex with Captain Jason, but I will have dreams of like, we got to get these stabilizers. People are getting sick up here. I am fully in Below, and it's so sad because now it's over, and I want to know what happens next week.
Oh, don't worry. The next one comes out next week. That's why I'm saying we don't need 17. It's on year round. Like enough, you know. I think a good 12 is good.
Below Deck is that like old faithful show. It's like it's kind of like Summer House in the sense that it's like it kind of exists on vibes, and it's a feeder system for like, you know, it's the show that women can usually get their boyfriends or their husbands to watch on Bravo, and then they'll get enough courage to go to Summer House, and eventually years later they'll finally hit Real Housewives. Below Deck is that safe show that I can just watch people just, you know, enter the kitchen, exit the kitchen, and that's a scene.
It's like bisexual porn is to a heterosexual swinger marriage that's like about to bloom. You know, you got to get the husband a little warmed up, and then he's in there. Then the next couple of years, they're watching all the housewives. You're bent
Ronnie,
over the couch.
Did you really just reveal something so personal right now about your life? It's like those bisexual relationships where you know how it is. Like,
you know how it is. You got to slowly turn them to get their keys in the bowl. Hey, listen, you got to have a hobby. So Below Deck Down Under, here we go. How many people will say goodbye today? Let's watch. So we start with the tender being stuck on the beach.
Oh, this was tough.
This was a rough one because Nate's such a nice guy, you know. He's like, all I want is a wifey and 10 babies with blonde hair. That's all I really need. And I've messed up this Tinder.
He was so flustered and frustrated, as I would imagine. I mean, if you have this job and then you get it stuck, and he already, you know, he's like, oh, Captain Jason's potentially going to dress me down for this. Like, he had a real responsibility because the people on the boat were getting sick. The stabilizers weren't working as properly as they should, so people were hurling on the boat.
Yeah, and when that happened, he's like, well, you know, the stabilizers just do that in this kind of water. And that's just how it goes. That's how the stabilizers are. They don't work very well. Well, how discounted is this?
But also, should it be called stabilizers if it doesn't stabilize?
Yeah, that sounds like it should have a different name for sure. Make you vomitalizers. Also, the guy who got this charter is named Win. No.
Oh, the charter
I can't with that guy. Yeah, the main guy. He's like, my name's Win. No, it's not. I don't believe you. Okay, so it's stuck and Jason's mad. And I like when Jason gets mad this season because for the most part, he's like, figure it out yourselves. They're like, me and Serena are about to kill each other. I don't care. Yeah. Figure it out yourselves. I've got a Netflix in here. All right.
Well, he was really addicted to those M&Ms that one episode. He's like, if I open a bag, I can't stop. I can't stop if I make him sound like John Lennon, by the way, you guys. But like, I loved that he was addicted to a bag of M&Ms at one point, and he's like, help yourself, have one. You know, I'm going to keep eating them until the bag's gone.
Yeah, but you know what happens when like really healthy people start eating junk food? They turn into bitches. Like, you see, because remember how he was with Marina, and that was during his M&M phase. And he's like, "How dare you? I told you to take suitcases up, and you smiled it off to me. You want to die on your sleep, wench?" And I was like, "Oh my God, what happened to him?" And then I realized it was the sugar. It was the sugar addiction.
It would be amazing if he got that M&M addiction at the first episode, and by the 17th episode, we see that he's noticeably put on 30 pounds. He's like, I'm not moving right.
So I'm sweating under me belly. Sweating under me belly. Never even knew that could happen. So yeah, that was fun. So he got pissed. He's like, how could they get it stuck? Huge mistake. I showed him how to navigate. I showed him the computer. I gave them a kimono to wear for a promotional shot on my Insta. How dare they? And it turns out they just drove it too far onto the sand and it got stuck there.
Yeah, like I've never been on a yacht and I probably never will be, but I was like, that's what I see as the problem as well. You've driven it too far up.
Yeah. It seems obvious, but it's not, you know? And then he finally comes to help them and he's like, huge fuck up, huge. All right, let me give you a lesson. You got to get waist deep in the water instead of driving to see how deep it is. Can't you see it with your eyes? And he did that snake eyes thing where it's like, can't you see it with your eyes?
I bet he's one of those dudes, though, if he does talk closely to you, it is probably the most intense experience in real life. You know, like if he talks close, he's always he's laser-like in his precision. Like I think it's like really pretty easy going if you're watching it, but I bet in person it might be a little intimidating.
It's intimidating. It's intimidating to even watch it because he ended that. He goes, can't you see it with your eyes? At least we gave him something to laugh at. Look at them standing on the shore all laughing at you. It's like, damn, oh my God. It's like taking me back to kindergarten.
You're in the running for the disco ball helmet.
Yeah. So, you know, not a great ending. Oh, and he says that. He's like, not a great ending, guys. Speaking of, let's check in on the boring couple. Bree, Harry, taking their, oh my God, we're like executive privileged.
Harry's like, I felt a nipple last night for the first time.
We're basically married now. So we get to this thing that I hate most on these shows where they're like, oh my God, let's have the guests play with the cleaning people.
Are you talking about the treasure hunt?
Yes, the pirate treasure hunt thing.
Yeah,
which at least it wasn't an Olympics. So that's what I really hate them.
If you had the opportunity, wouldn't you just want to drink and eat and maybe jump into the water? Like if I had to do a treasure hunt, I would be so bummed out. Like, and they're all in pirate outfits and everybody's in their costuming. Like is there a group of people out there that'd be like, that made the trip. That really made the trip.
Exactly. And they do it every time. If I was in a really nice hotel and there was a knock at my door and it was the cleaning ladies like, okay, come outside. We're going to have an Olympics race. You against the maids. I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. What's wrong with you?
It's the water version of a rage room or a murder mystery party on these shows. Like when they have to go and I'm like, no, just tell me what you guys are feeling and what the fight is. I don't need to know. I don't need to see you guys smashing things with a bat. Like I'm grown up enough to like, let's just talk. Let's just find out what's going on with you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Just say like, how are you doing? How's business, Win? Hey, Win, where'd that name come from? It's not really your name. Why are you making up names for yourself, Win? So people get back to the boat, etc. Someone had to stay with the tender. And so Nate, the bosun, decides he's going to stay with the tender. If you know you're going to be out somewhere in the middle of the ocean, well, it's not the middle, but you know what I mean. You're not going to be on deck. Why are you letting the bosun stay out there chain smoking, doing nothing? Isn't he kind of important?
Yeah. And he was so, and you could tell he was just like huffing and puffing for 4 hours, it seemed like. Also, like, yeah. Did you also that one part where Alicia thought Nate looked hot in the pirate outfit? Like, so he's in the pirate outfit, like he screwed up the Tinder, but he's also, Alicia is like playing games with my boy Nate. She was like, oh, he looks really hot right now.
Yeah. Yeah, at the end, this is a spoiler alert. I'm sorry for everybody waiting for this at the end, but it's happening now. When Alicia's like, yeah, you know, I really like him. You know, our vibes haven't changed. He's a wonderful guy, but I'm really in love with my profession of chefery. So I just don't have room in my heart for both. What the fuck?
It's intense doing what she does. You've got to commit fully. You have to fully decide you want to commit to the life of yachting and the job that she's training for. And you don't have time for love.
Don't you? I mean, I think every chef I've ever known fucks. You really committed to that. I was like, is that true?
No,
like,
no,
I'm
that's not true at all.
everything. I'm
no,
like, wait
that's
a minute.
Not true at all.
You're like,
no,
how can that girl learn to chiffonade if she's out there worrying about penises?
No, the truth was he just she didn't want to hear things like smoochies and stuff like that.
Yeah,
he kept saying weird shit.
Do you think that happens when people become parents where you're like, oh God, yeah, I'm with this man, and then you have a baby and he's like, oochie boochie little boo, did we make a little boo boo? And you're just like,
Oh my! I lost my lust for you because of how you treated our child, making baby faces.
You were too cutesy with our child.
Pig. Yeah.
Alicia can never have children with a man. She's gonna be like, oh, you want to give daddy a smoochie before bed? Oh, that's disgusting. Ick.
I've got to go learn my craft more now.
She said she was learning a chiffonade and she was banging other guys at the bar.
Also, I love how Nate, like everybody was like, oh, he's going to cry really hard. He's so emotional. But Nate seemed like he was like, yeah, it's okay. Like he seemed okay with her being like not into him all of a sudden.
Well, I think Nate has had a lot of experience of being dumped. Didn't it seem like that?
Yeah, where he's put a happy smile on no matter what. Like he's a tragic clown.
He's used to it. And when he left with all that backpacking gear, like he carries in. He's just one of those guys. He's like, "Want a hug this morning?" I think that everyone thinks those guys are so cute, and then they wake up next to one, and they're like, "Why are you kind of smelly still? Did you take a shower yesterday?" And they're like, "Oh, sun's almost up in an hour. We better get hiking." And you're like, "Get the fuck out of my house, sir."
He's a wanderer. He's a guy that's familiar with the phrase "walkabout." He's like, "Going on a walkabout."
Yeah, so I think he's used to being left. So let's see. So he stays with the tender, and then we get our first real land animal montage. So I think we should bring in the fish report. The fish report. All right, Ryan. So this is where we judge fish. Now, we've judged a lot of these fish already. So I took out some of the copies because I'm sick of looking at their same dresses. So we're going to mix in some of the other animals today. Let's see what we've got. First, we've got this turtle. This is the biggest attention hog of the season, this turtle.
Is that Sheena?
Corner.
That's a beautiful turtle.
The TV in under 7 minutes. And then you're like, okay, I'm free of that thirsty turtle. They finally gave it its last scene, and then look what we get again. The turtle again. The turtle is like, hey, everybody, I don't like Lisa Vanderpump now. Please follow me.
Oh, good as gold, because you're good as.
Oh, I was giving you the rest.
Oh, sorry. No, I was waiting for that. I'm sure the audience is singing along, so I was letting the audience.
No, I thought you were doing the good as gold. So then we get to this. We talk about the stingrays a lot. I just think that this one is the dots are so well proportioned on this one.
Oh, the CGI in this is amazing. The dots are. I mean, this is Avatar level. I mean, it really is a beauty to do you think they get is this second unit that films this stuff? Like, are they like, holy, I got an amazing stingray this morning? Because it is.
I think it is. Beautiful. I think they have real cinematographers who just have this job and they take themselves very seriously. Probably. They're like, hello, let's discuss our shots for the day. Well, let's get a storyboard up there. What is the stingray feeling today?
Or is it just like, oh my God, guys, I've got my eye on a turtle right now. I whipped my camera out as quick as I could. I've got the turtle. I've got the sea turtle. Guys, it's glorious. It's
like Twister. Helen Hunt's like running to the tender. She's like, get me over there, stat.
There's a Bill Paxton on the second unit filming of like, conditions are poor, but we will get the shot, sir.
All right, we do see a stingray. We do. No, not that stingray. The one with the perfect heart-shaped ass. Where are you?
I told Ronnie, I said, listen, I love these interstitials so much. They need them on other Bravo shows. Like if you were watching The Valley and all of a sudden they just started like doing like an aquarium with like fish, you would just like every time there's an intense like Jax Britney scene, and then all of a sudden you see like a land shark and beautiful like, you know, just fish in the ocean. I think it would really calm the show down.
I think that would work, except instead of fish, I think it should be like the locals to that show, right? So the fish are the locals to this show. So on that one, it would be like, okay, everything's going on. And it would be like a study of like a tent city under the freeway, just like the gorgeous patterned tent. Or like Angeline, you know, Angeline getting t-shirts out of her pink car. You know?
On the Valley interstitials was just Angeline shots of like people parking next to her. Like you always end up parking next to Angeline in like Ralph's grocery store. And by the way, one time Angeline is like an icon. If you don't know who she is, you've seen her before in some point or some image. But she was at
soon
this
future Erica Jane. For those of you who don't know, she married some billionaire dude or millionaire. I don't know back then what it was. And she wasn't really famous, and she wanted to be. So she had him buy billboards of her all over town that just said Angeline, and then she's like, looks like Erica Jane, and she would just be posing.
And she drives a pink Corvette everywhere, and she's very mysterious. She's much older now, but she was at like this show at UCB years and years ago, and you could like enter to like win to drive around with Angeline, and I put my name in, and I got a call a couple days later saying that I won. And then I realized that everybody wins because like you can take this drive with Angeline, but then you have to buy merch from her, and you have to buy over like $150 of merch. And I was like, and I was like, wow. But by the way, that is kind of what I feel like future reality stars that will eventually go off of Bravo. They will end up taking you on rides in their car through Los Angeles trying to sell you merchandise. That is
shit. If I had people who wanted to do it, I'd do it tomorrow. I'd do it right now.
So many. Oh my God. You could sell rides on your Vespa. You could sell rides on your Vespa tomorrow. People would be like, I'm riding with Ronnie Karam on a Vespa today.
Oh my God. Angeline, one time I saw her I was out with a girlfriend of mine, and she's like, oh my God, it's Angeline. And I said, really? Angeline? She's like, yeah, I want to go say hi. I was like, all right. So we go over, and she's like, oh my God, Angeline, I love you. Would you sign my, I have a piece of paper in my pocket. Would you sign it? And she goes, no, but if you got $20, I'll sign it.
Yep. Yes. That I took a picture with Angeline, and it cost me $20.
Yeah. My friend was crushed. She was like, I can't believe Angeline I
can't believe she's in it for the money.
She's just in it for the money. I can't believe a woman who just bought billboards of herself all over town is only in it for the money.
Well, we've made the Valley less dark. We're bringing Angeline on for interstitials.
Angeline should join the Valley.
My God,
Brittany needs somebody to talk to.
They start doing stunt casting, and Brittany's like, he's just so mean to me. And she's just like, give me $20 and I'll talk.
Yeah, I'll give you advice if you give me $20, honey. All right, so that is the Stingray. And then we go to...
Sorry, guys, a little tangent. My bad.
No, don't be sorry. Listen, it's a finale. We can talk about whatever we want. There's some Laura and Serena stuff. That's all anybody's here for.
There's the whole dish debacle. I mean, the plating situation, I was almost having a heart attack during.
Yeah, that's bad. So I just wanted to show you this fish. What do you think of this fish outfit?
This fish is like going to the sphere to see the dead. This is amazing.
This fish is on drugs for sure, and just mixing and matching all sorts of patterns and face makeup.
Like, I know I'm like really cold hearted, and I've turned that way through talking about Bravo for these last 5 years, but this actually is beautiful, Ronnie. Like, if you really look at this, I think this is a beautiful fish.
This is a pretty fish. I think that this fish has too much attitude, and I really would have appreciated some more. They're like, well, I'm not gonna match on purpose because I'm rich. You know how rich people dress. They're like, I'm gonna dress stupid on purpose, and I'm like, okay,
you can tell
rich.
The fish has rich parents. You can tell
for sure. Yeah, this is a fish of privilege, so I resent it. Okay, so let's go to this next one. Okay. This is a land animal because we've run out of fish we haven't talked about. This is just a little squawky bird that's acting like it's about to die, but it was the one who chose to land on a boy. So,
wow. Do you think they realized? Like, do they sign a release? This bird? Like, is there an NDA at all?
Yes, and this is a thirsty bird.
They tell their other friends, like, "Oh my God, I'm on the season finale of Below Deck. If you can catch it, it's on Peacock as well.
It's on their Facebook."
You guys.
Hey guys. I know I haven't said anything in a while, but I'm still here. And this week you can catch me on Below Deck Down Under.
You guys, I can't say what happened today, but something crazy. I will be updating my socials, but let's just say you might be seeing me on the screen very soon. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised that animals are that thirsty like humans now and just like befriend Sheena and move to their town so they can eventually get on their show. This is like the Janet of birds. Like, look at this bird.
The secret lives of Mormon birds.
Because look how dramatic it's being. It's like, I'm going to land on the boy and then scream and cry that I'm starving and no one's feeding. That's what it's
by the
doing.
way, the bird is screaming, trying to get a line. Like, I have a line.
Line. Sluan. Line. There's no business like
show business.
line.
By the way, please come to my cabaret. I'll be doing it next week. Please, can we talk about my cabaret, please?
On Love Hotel this week, she's like, I got to keep working out, Jeff, because I do cabaret. Girl.
Sonia does cabaret. She doesn't have to work out.
Yeah, Sonia does not work out. Okay, so let's see. So then we get a bat. Okay, what do you think of bats? Look at this bat, how cute it is.
I mean, listen, I'm a huge Batman fan. That's not even a joke. I just actually am. It's like the one straight thing about me. And, but yeah, the bat looks majestic. I love, like, the bat looks like it's wearing a leather jacket. Like, their wings are awesome.
Yes. And look, it's grooming itself. Like, we catch it grooming. It's like, when am I not grooming myself? Try and get a shot of me not grooming myself. That's why I'm fucking fabulous.
Maybe you should be taking care of yourself.
Yeah. Take note. Take note, bitch. But yeah, the leather jacket looks so good on it. It's so well maintained. The coloring on the hair looks so clean. I mean, I always thought bats were like dirty and like crusty, but not this one. It's like fuzzy and cute. Just
you can tell this bat saw Chaz Dean. The hair is so majestic.
Speaking of West Hollywood billboards, it's like, yeah.
Yes. Angeline and Chaz. Is Chaz Dean the male version of Angeline?
This bat is going to sue later. Like, hey, wait a minute. That shampoo really did something to me. Like, wait a minute, bat.
When will this go down? I look like Wes Wilson on Summer House.
West wishes. Oh, also, what are these? I didn't know bats had 5 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. I didn't know that about bats. Did you?
No, I had no clue. This is huge.
That's impressive. And also goal weight. I've always wanted to just hang upside down like that. I couldn't do it.
Oh my God. I can't. I wish I could hang upside down. I've never been able to do a pull-up in my life.
No, I can't.
Have you ever done a pull-up?
And I used to back in the day, because I'm like sometimes 400 pounds and sometimes 190 pounds.
Same. I always thought I'm the Luther Vandross of podcasting.
I really am too. I've lost and gained. So when we first started this, I over the years gained like 250 pounds and then I lost it and then I gained it again. And then now I lost it. Like I'm crazy. So yeah, I get the going up and down. So I used to do pull-ups and then I just bought a pull-up bar again. Girl, I cannot do one pull-up. Not even a partial.
You went as far as to buy a pull-up bar?
Yeah.
Like you believed in yourself that much that you're like, I'm going to do this. Like
I used to do that.
Purchase something.
I got up to 20 a day back in the day.
Oh my God, Ronnie, what are you?
Yeah.
Are you juicing?
No. Oh my God, no. I wish vodka, just Tito's and pull-ups. No, I can't do them.
He's doing anabolic Tito's. Yeah.
I can't do them. I'm just hanging my like latest Old Navies on there. That's all.
Oh, dude, my legs are like tree trunks, and it's like the heaviest part of my body. So like, if I could cut myself off at the waist, I know I would be able to do a pull up. It's the legs; they weigh me down completely. It's like yeah. Anyways,
they say you just have to keep pulling. And I do. It's just not the bar. Okay, so then we have we've got this little crab thing. I feel like crabs get more attention than they should. Do you think it's because they can walk sideways?
Yeah. I mean, Ronnie, I'm going to say I do think it's because they can walk sideways. Like it's a huge feature that not a lot of, I think, animals have. It's a show off move. And I think it works for crabs. And also they're delicious. And I think they get a lot of attention for that.
Yeah. But do they ever walk front ways or do they only walk sideways? Because I only see them walking sideways. Look.
This, by the way, this is when you really miss the presence of Ben. Because I think Ben would really know this.
Really? Yeah, Ben probably would know this. He'd know what college that thing went to. He'd be like, that crab went to Dartmouth. I know that. I know that crap. Okay, so hi, Ben. Ben's not listening to this. This is the look Ben gave me right now after saying that. This bird just looked right at the camera like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I'm never traveling again.
Yeah. I travel one time and you make a Dartmouth joke to a crab. So I don't know what kind of fish this is, but I love an attitudey bird.
Yeah. I mean, it's
not a fish, it's a bird.
That kind of, that bird neck, if you had that kind of elongated neck, you could do so many cool, just attitude moves with it. And I think this bird is showing that.
It is. Look at the neck. It's like rolling its neck. Look.
I love that you guys feature this because in some ways it's more exciting than certain cast members on this show.
Yes. This is basically every look that Lara gives to Serena in this episode.
Dude, I told you, I watched all the episodes. I was like, Lara, what is going on? Like, and didn't you guys just have Serena on?
We did. Serena came on last week and spilled a little bit on this whole situation. This just sounds like a nightmare. Dealing with that. Yeah. Dealing with that person. So then look, here we have a turtle. This turtle is so gorgeous. I love this turtle's eyes. This is the hottest turtle we've had on here.
Oh, so you're actually attracted to the turtle. Like you think it's hot.
No, not like sexually, but it's like a hot turtle. Like I think in the turtle world, this is a hot turtle. Like look at the shape of the eyes. It looks like it has like the cat eyes, but they're just natural. Gorgeous turtle.
To me, I see a lot of wisdom here. I think this is a wise turtle. I mean, this is a turtle that's been around the block. People go to for advice, can really set you straight. But like a turtle of few words as well.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it'll choke. But yeah, so then we go to, and now it's eating. It's like, okay, you're looking at me. Let me eat dramatically. Yes.
Look at the power of my eating.
Yes. So now we get to, is this a basic goldfish?
What if they do? What if they just sneak in some goldfish from Petco? They're just like, we didn't have any more footage. We had to go to Petco and get some just things in aquariums.
Helen Hunt didn't get here in time to catch a perfect stingray, so we got the little fish that we won at that child's birthday party a couple of weeks ago.
There's a little vibe of like a 2001 baby, you know, like the baby in utero, like the coloring of it. Am I just
right? No, I see what you're saying. Like it's not fully, the skin isn't fully formed yet.
Yeah, it feels not developed.
Yeah,
like this.
Look, it's kicking against the womb right now. It's like, let me out of here! Oh, I fucking hate it in here. Stop drinking wine. I know you think I won't be able to tell people. I will remember this.
You don't have enough plates for a 7-course dinner. What are you, crazy?
I love that it took us till the season finale to find out they don't have enough forks. All right, so that was the fish report. Who's your favorite? We've got basic goldfish. We've got hot turtle. We've got Lara the bird. We've got sideways walking crab. We've got fabulous leathered bat. We've got squawky victim bird and rave fish and stingray. What say you?
Listen, this is going to sound like it because it's bat. It's got to be bat.
I think it's the bat too. That's a fabulous bat. I love a well-groomed, beautifully leathered bat. Congratulations, bat. You actually won the fish report and you're not even a fish.
Bravo. If you're listening, spin off for this bat. Come on. Lindsay Hubbard, this bat, we put them together. Roni, come on.
Andy's like, I will not put Lindsay Hubbard on Real Housewives of New York, but I will put her on that bat show.
Yeah. John Hill, did you see the bat on Below Deck? Amazing stuff they're doing over there.
John Hill's like, yeah, I gooned to it. Okay, so here we go. So we go back to the boat, everybody. Okay, so Aussie is still stuck. Nate is still stuck on the beach. Yeah. He's on the mountain of shame. He just wants forgiveness. So now we're to the good part. Lara goes to the galley and she asks for the plan for dinner tonight. And she's like, well, how many courses are there? And she's like, but they wanted 7 courses. And she's like, 7? That's tricky up top, you know? Oh, really? Do you think it's tricky carrying up 7 dishes? How do you think it is making fucking 49 dishes or whatever they're going to be making?
Yeah.
Ma'am.
This Laura, I mean, like that, I was shocked because the guest specifically said 7 courses, and the fact that this is even a conversation. And you're right, the fact that we're finding out in the last episode, if you're worried about plates, I mean, we're replacing deck members every couple of weeks. You don't think anybody can bring plates with them if that truly is an issue? Like this was
crazy.
And Laura just wants to have a bug up her butt about Serena. Like even though they made up last episode, it is so glaringly obvious. I don't know. There's like a jealousy/hatred, and this does not need to exist at all. And the fact, if she really cares about her job, it would be, yeah, of course we're doing 7 courses. That's what they asked for. End of story. Like she's going to make Serena go up and talk to the guests.
This is crazy. So she says, yeah, it's tricky up top. You know, we've only got 2 sets of cutlery. Well, every meal is at least 3 courses. So if you didn't have enough cutlery for even that, why didn't you order some? That's literally your job. I can't. And I'm just on the cutlery. I haven't even gotten to the other parts. But like, girl, you don't know how much, you don't have enough cutlery to do 3 courses.
We've never worked on a boat, and I know about the cutlery. I mean, like, I would know immediately, like, Captain Jason, we're really looking at an issue here. Like, this is like Titanic level emergency. We're going to run out of forks.
She's the one in charge of ordering for the restaurant supply. Get some more cutlery, for Christ's sake. Okay, so then she's like, well, you know, we don't have enough cutlery, so we'll have to wash it. I mean, did they specifically ask for 7? And she's like, yeah, could you roll the clip? So they roll the clip of them all being there in the meeting, and 7 courses was announced. And Laura does not say in front of Jason, that's going to be too difficult for us. She waits so she can try and pin it on Serena later. What the hell,
This is so
man?
low-level bullshit that I'm like, why? And also, you know the cameras are on you. You know you keep saying about, like, the customer is key, you know, like, excellence in service, that this would be the thing, the hill that you want to die on. And the fact, like, you would almost be wanting the guests of, like, keep your silverware for each course. Just keep your silverware. Like, it's ridiculous. And Serena looked like she didn't, like, Serena, like, took it like a champ, but she also was like, what the hell is going on here? Like, Laura just is not like Serena this season at all.
Yeah, I think Laura decided she wasn't going to make up a Serena. She didn't like that. So she's going to try and trigger Serena into like having some kind of breakdown and making her look stupid, because she's like, well, I don't want to do 7 courses. So why don't you go talk to him about it? So she's going to make her look stupid already, because she's going to make the chef go tell the guests they can't have 7 courses, which of course are going to complain to the captain, and the captain's going, you know, it's glaringly obvious what she's trying to do. But instead of having a fit, Serena's like, okay, I'll go talk to the guests. Like, I don't know how I'm going to get out of that. I don't want it to make it look like I'm lazy, but I mean, I guess. And Laura's like, well, just tell them it's too much. Ask if 7 is too many. I mean, do they really need 7? They hardly eat. So she's like, okay, well, so she goes down, and she's smart because she shows Laura. And of course, Laura follows her down there to pretend she's drawing a fucking glass or something so she can eavesdrop. But she does it so that she looks like she's giving Laura her way, but then she's not really at all. She's like, so 7 courses? Wonderful. Would you like to have extra forks with that?
If you're a guest on this charter, like, would you've already you already saw like the tender get, like, you know almost wrecked. The stabilizers are not stabilizing. People are throwing up, and then somebody literally asks you, you know, that thing you specified that you wanted specifically. What if we did not do that? Would you be okay with it? Like, it's just, to me, that's unheard of. Like, that's laughable.
That's mind-boggling. And Laura has had some decent points through the season. Like, I don't think she's always been wrong about every single thing, but this is kind of the worst look. And it's a horrible way to end the season for her, because she has no leg to stand on now. Like, what a dumbass. Oh my God.
Because Captain Jason wasn't there for that scene. When he watches these back, do you think is he like, blimey? Like, is he upset when he's like, I can't believe that happened on my watch?
I think he knows what she's like, because remember the last episode when he was like, all right, we should have a talk because you keep making the little comments. Yeah. So obviously he's like, I'm not a fucking idiot. Like, so just say what you have to say. So I think he knows who he's dealing with, and he's just like, whatever.
He's a Jedi.
He just won't hire her again. I don't see her ever getting hired. Because sometimes it's fun when you have a personality that's like, you know, like snarky and sarcastic. I mean, obviously you've got Kate Chastain, the queen of this show. So you've got her, and you've got like Hannah's and people like that who get away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Aisha's not really snarky, but, you know, you've got people who can kind of get away with that snarkiness. And this girl just can't because she also sucks.
I will say though, Aisha through the years, like Aisha's developing a very fun snark. Like a really beautiful snark. Like there is it's a really it's a snark that everybody can appreciate, but it is definitely there. And it's like, I can't wait to see that crystallize over the next couple of years.
Well, she's definitely not taking anybody's shit anymore, which is nice. Because she used to just be, oh my God, are you mad at me? Don't be mad at me. I'll do all the dishes nice. I'll clean them with my tongue. I'll clean them with my tongue. And now she's like, no, I don't want to do it. So we go back to Lara. Lara's spying on Serena. And Serena's like, all right, you're going to have 7. And one of the ladies is like, well, is this going to be like all night if we do 7? So it sounds like she might get out of it. Serena could have been like, okay, well, we can do less. But instead she was like, all right, well, why don't we just make smaller portions then for that? And I was like, yes, go get them. Go get them,
also,
Serena.
I mean, listen, we could have doubled up some of the. Did you see that? I mean, the dish was beautiful, but the asparagus with the salmon eggs.
Asparagus,
come on.
yeah.
What? Yeah. It was one big asparagus, you guys. Like, come on. Like, we might be now I'm going to go the other way. We might be abusing plates that we have. Like, we're not using these plates to full effect. It was, and by the way, as a guest, I'd be upset. I'd be pissed. I'd be like, oh, is there going to be leftovers later? Because one asparagus, and it looked beautiful. Like, it really looked like a well-cooked asparagus, but still, just one per plate. There's so much more geography on that plate not being used.
Yeah. Oh, don't forget the roe. There was also, the fish eggs.
My
fish
bad,
eggs on top of the asparagus. Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, agreed. So she's talking to the guest. She's like, okay, well, we could do smaller portions. And she's like, and also I won't feel mad if you don't want to finish a dish. And also if you've got a piece of silver and you don't like it, throw it on the ground. We'll wash it. Someone will wash it. Don't worry about that. So Lara's pissed now because she's kind of heard what's going on. And she's like, this woman is unhinged. You're fucking unhinged. I cannot believe you. I cannot believe the goal of you. So she's like, well, this is the most difficult thing of the season. We don't have enough plates, which puts more pressure on me in my department. I'm going to bite Serena's head off. Then order more plates. You are just highlighting on how much you suck at your job at this point. I feel like before now, everybody's been able to say, well, Lara does a pretty good job and she works. You're really highlighting that you kind of suck right now, ma'am.
Well, and highlighting that I think she is just, making Serena's life very, very difficult on purpose in some ways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, agreed. So now they've got to get dinner ready, okay? And then one of the guests is like, wow, do you guys think I could do this job? I don't know. This looks like a hard job. And his wife goes, honey, you have gout.
Dude, I wrote that down. That was like because they didn't really focus on the passengers too much, but it was like, no, honey, you have gout. It was like the perfectly delivered line. It was truly, by the way, I do sometimes think like, could I even do the serving of the food? Like, what job would you be good at on below deck?
Well, I've been a waiter for a long time, so I could do that one. And I could probably learn some of the cleaning stuff. The cleaning stuff is harder than it looks, for sure.
Do you think
where they have to like iron the sheets and shit. Ooh.
Do you think they let you listen to like, can you put like one AirPod in while you work? Like that's what I keep when I watch that show. I'm always like, could I listen to my audiobooks while I clean? Like that's the stuff I think about watching these shows is like, oh, could I listen to a podcast while I clean? That would make it easier. I'm already trying to get out of ways or trying to make it easier on me.
I don't think there's any job now in current days where people don't listen to their music or something. I feel like even when you like call the bank, they're like, hello, hold on. Press 1 for Spanish, 2 for English, 3 if you think Adnan really did it. Okay, I'm just kidding. Okay, hold on a second.
Because Captain Sandy wouldn't let you have an AirPod in. She'd see that. She wouldn't want you to be having a good time like that.
Well, you'd have to come to her with the right way. You'd have to be like, Captain Sandy, I found this device that needs to be hugged, and I feel like my ear could hug it really well if I just stuck it right in there. She'd be like, oh my God, let your ear hug that thing.
She goes, 20 years ago, I'll tell you a story. I needed a hug, okay? I'll tell you that story, and it really changed my life, and now I'm here. So, of course, wear that AirPod. Wear it proudly. I love it.
I was on a cruise. We were doing a yacht trip through Iraq during Desert Storm. And the terrorists were trying to get on board. And I said, come here. I hugged every last one of them until they just jumped into the sea.
By the way. That's what they needed. Diplomacy go out the window. Have you tried to hug them? Have you tried to hug these weirdos? Have you? Because that's what they needed. We're friends to this day. They call me Sandy. I don't even make them call me Captain.
They're not even called terrorists anymore. Now they're called huggerists.
They're called friends. That's what they're called. They're called friends. Yeah.
They still wear vests, but their vests are made of hugs.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, on the street, they call it a suicide vest, but no, it's a hug vest. That's what it is.
It's a hug-aside. This poor Nate is still stuck on the beach, which is hilarious.
They do keep cutting to him, like, looking frustrated. Then you can see that his skin's getting redder. Like, it's just like the sun's really setting in.
And finally, some really nice random guys are like, your boat looks stuck. And he's like, yeah, it is stuck, mate. And they're like, all right, we'll do it. And so these big hot men just get out and push the boat out.
It was very Zoolander for a second, because then part of me was like, are they going to, I was like hoping that they were going to steal the Tinder of like, we've got it, and then just steal the Tinder.
This.
And then, because I was like, this can't be the season finale fighting over plates. I was like, there's got to be something more. Like I kept looking for a storyline that just wasn't going to exist.
If they rode that Tinder, if they drove that away, I would root for them, because honestly, you come to some dumbass who's gotten stuck in the sand. Like, yeah, I'm taking your Tinder, mate. Sorry, buddy. All right. So Nate comes back and Jason's being very stern. And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And he's like, that could have been hell to pay. He's like, I'm just bashful. My mistake. Want a smoochies? And he's like, you bounce back. But it only happens once. You'll never feel so stupid again. I hope you never forget how they laughed at you on that beach. Now, take some pictures in this kimono for my Insta. Come on. I'll tag you.
I thought he was going to get nasty, and he was like, you learned something. You did it. You learned. You'll never do it again. I love you. Like, it was so... Leave. I was like, okay. I like that. But I feel like they do respect Captain Jason, but I would like to see him, like, lose it.
Yeah, he was kind of hands off for most of the season, but then when he does need to come in, he's like, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired as well. Everybody leave. All right, good luck, everybody.
Yeah. He got upset when that jet ski capsized. He's like, this is a $20,000 jet ski.
But he still didn't even give that guy who put out the leaky jet ski, he didn't even give that guy the disco helmet. I'm never going to forgive Captain J. I hold on to petty things, but I'm like, how did you not give Vihan the disco helmet?
The disco helmet, just ruling this disco helmet over everybody's heads like this. And people get people live or die over this disco helmet. The lore of the disco helmet and the fact that it is such a big deal. I loved it.
Yeah, it's a huge thing here. Oh my God, how it traumatized Lara last week. And then she didn't even wear it. She never wore the disco helmet, and she never got called out on it either. There are certain things I need to be fixed on this show. Like, call Lara out. Call her out.
And by the way, that's just, to jump ahead, Serena gets the disco helmet and she loves it. She's been asking for it all season. And that's the difference between Serena and Lara, is that Serena is wearing it proudly. She wants the disco helmet, where Lara thinks it's like an assault on her character.
Yeah, a sense of humor about yourself, people. Come on. So then the food starts coming out. Okay, and so they're getting the food. We do see the goat cheese tart. Looks beautiful. We see the asparagus with the road truffle hollandaise. Could have been with something else, as you said. Yeah. The leek puree scallop.
Oh, lovely. Yes.
Then we get the smoker cloche. Always love a smoker cloche. Got to smoke something. And it's smoked beetroot tartare with spicy avocado. What else? Saffron risotto with lobster.
Yeah, and then it ended with the beef Wellington, right?
Looked like a very beautifully done beef Wellington. Yeah. Are they supposed to be all the way cooked through? I'm not sure. I don't really eat beef, but it looks...
because earlier in the season, remember when she did the Wagyu? And she was upset that the ladies wanted a little cooked. And she's like, this is how you serve the meats, And Jason was like, looks good to me.
Yeah. And then baked Alaska for dessert. So they're like, oh my God, Serena, you're amazing. That was great. And Lara's behind the bar just giving her a dirty look like, bitch. And she's like, thank you. And I also have to thank the lovely, gorgeous, talented Alicia. And Lara's just like, how dare she not thank me? She was like Hillary Swank's husband standing behind the bar, like, how dare you?
Did you just drop a Chad Lowe reference?
Yeah, she was Chad Lowe in it behind the bar. Like, I can't believe I wasn't thanked.
Wow. Amazing.
She got all pissed. And so Laura has decided now, she's telling Bree, she's like, I still need to have a discussion with Serena. Jason said to be a bigger person, so I've been faking it. But I cannot be friends with someone who lies about me. Oh.
She was like, it attacked my work ethic and character.
We just saw you try not to serve a 7-course meal to people who had it on their preference sheet, ma'am. Let's not talk about your work ethic.
But then she weirdly pivots and starts doing like that prawn puppeteer show. She's like, "Are you gonna be with Harry?" Like with the prawn puppets.
Yeah.
Was that?
Yeah.
Was that?
Well, she
that was
tries
right then,
being
right?
cutesy to show that she's a nice person. Like, she gets the young girls, and then she's always like, "Oh my God, tell me about boys." That's all she ever asks them because she knows that that's how to get them on her side. She's like, "Ooh, tell me about the boys. Have you found him asleep yet? Have you taken any stem cells? Shall I show you how to do it?"
Do you want to try to kiss with me? Harry, no, I thought it was interesting because Serena at the end says, "I guess I don't want to be part of the cool clique." And I thought that was interesting that anybody thought that Laura was like part of the cool clique or was the cool clique. Because watching it, I never thought like, oh, she's like the cool one. I mean, like, you're totally right. She does make friends with the younger set, but I never pegged her as like the cool one,
Well, I think what she does, like from what I can tell from this, what she does is she goes to people and she tries to appeal to them by being like, "Oh, look at us, just the girls, just us, talking about boys. Isn't this fun?" And so she gets them all the time. So Serena not being included in anything just thinks that must be what cool people do. Like they just sit around, they talk about boys. And then when Serena does it, they're like, "Ew, disgusting. That boy would want Serena."
Serena has big Ali Sheedy and the Breakfast Club vibes. Where you're just like, where is your Emilio Estevez? Where is that guy that like they're going to force you to put on weird makeup and change what actually is cool about you? To me, I feel like she's like smoking cloves, drinking. I'm trying to think of like what is actually the cool drink now? I almost said Jägermeister, like a disgusting
Zima.
thing.
What else?
Fernet Branca. That's a shot of Fernet. Come on.
So she's decided she's going to come for Serena, and Bree's like, "Oh, you should. You totally should." So then we go to Nate and Alicia, and she's like, "Oh my God, can someone just please bring the dishes in?" Because she's still being forced to clean this damn, mess hall. And so Nate does it, and she's like, "Oh God, we're still bonded. I've fallen in love with the art of cooking more, so no more smoochies with this loser, but I'll still let him clean my dishes."
I like the fact that she had to keep explaining to the audience that she likes him. It's just that she loves sous chefing way more.
So funny. So then Adair, who became my favorite character this season, like out of nowhere, comes out and she's like, "I'm in a hospital robing his backwards because I can't find the belt." And then she turns her bare butt to the camera and just farts. Like, yes, Adair. That's my girl.
Nobody is ever that comfortable on their first season. Like when you're ripping farts on camera, you're like, yeah, you might get a second season. That's really solid work.
Some bare butt farts. Or when that guy was trying to date her and she's like, "Yeah, me, a guy has got to have a monster truck. We'll sit in the bar and watch a game or something. I mean, what is this? He wants to talk." Loser.
That reminds me of Brittany on the Valley it was on the Valley After Show where they were talking about Nia doing pageants, and Lala was like, "Well, you do pageants too," and she's like, "No, I only did them at county fairs." And it's like, Mike, I want more Bravo shows that like literally have people ripping farts. Like, imagine do you think Janet could win the audience over if she just started ripping farts one episode?
She'll
and just
do
was,
it
like,
if she
real proud of
can.
it?
She's still trying with her whole, "Oh my God, I love Dave and Buster's." She would totally do it if she could.
She'll
She'll try that next season.
So, Okay, sorry.
Don't get me started on Janet. Oh my God. Okay, so then in the morning, now they're talking about, are you going to still be a chef? Yeah, I'm going to go to school to be a chef. And then Lara's doing her prawn play, and Bree's like, oh my God, do I have a future with Harry? We're executive exclusive now.
That line, I was told that is actually like a thing with the kids now. That term. The exclusive term that they use, like that's an actual thing that kids are using now. In fact, it's a little like Jesse and Lexi from Summer House, of like, we're not officially boyfriend and girlfriend, but we're executive exclusive or whatever that wording was. I guess kids are actually using that now.
Yeah, I mean, we won't fuck other people, but we'll be committed to each other, but only sexually or something. I don't know.
Like, do you update your LinkedIn with that? That's crazy. Like executive exclusive. And I didn't think she was I thought she was gonna get too scared because she just wasn't engaged a year ago, and then by the end of this episode, she's like fully like, Harry's my boyfriend.
Yeah, because he cried. She loves a sobbing and apology. So,
dude, and he's also the guy that like he makes love. He doesn't have sex. He makes love to you, and he also he cries after sex too.
I feel like he whispers things in your face.
It's you and me forever.
It's what I've always wanted. It's what I've dreamed about at night.
I see my forever in your eyes, and she's always like, "Why are you shaking? Because I'm in love."
Yes. And then like he'll drop in you remind me of my mom. She'll be like, whoa. Okay. Let's roll back from that a little.
In a sexy way. Yeah.
So it's the end of the season now. They've done it. I just sprayed perfume in my mouth. I'm so wacky. Like wacky Brie. And then Serena can tell something's off with Lara. And Lara's decided to make it her season finale confrontation scene. So she's not ready just yet. So Serena's like, are you okay? And she's like, I'm just exhausted. I'll wait until I have a full camera crew to really tell you off. Let you have it. Like, all right. So everybody says bye. They got a good tip. It was the best tip of the season.
$2,000 almost, right?
Yeah, $25,500. And Serena finally gets the helmet, so she's excited.
Didn't she look like Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber when she put that helmet on? You know what I'm talking about? When Lloyd has the helmet, like on the, I was like, when she put that on, I was like, there's something very Jim Carrey-esque about Serena in that shot.
So then we go to, I'm just like, a lot of this is the finale stuff. Like Harry and Bree talk about their relationship. Do not care. And he starts going, oh, but, goodbye, exclusive executive partner, girlfriend. I mean, I didn't say it tonight. Oh, I can't even say it. Oh, my God. Will Harry call me his girlfriend?
It's so ridiculous.
I honestly want to push these people down.
Like, they're close to like 30, right? They're not like 18 or
they're
19.
Like they're acting like infants. These two. It's like, oh my God, he kissed me. Should we talk about him?
It truly reminded me of like the first time I thought I felt in love, like sophomore year of high school. Like that's the vibe. Like where you're like, it's that like you hang up first, or like let me stay on the phone with you all night long and just listen to you. Like I just want to listen to you sleep. Like it's very creepy now as an older man to say that, but like when you're young, you're just like so obsessed and like you're hanging on every word. You think you're gonna blow it at any moment. Like you're always thinking you're gonna do something wrong. It's gonna end it. So you need to assure them how much you've never felt, because your heart has never felt anything like that before. Like that first time you feel in love. That's how they're acting right here. Like Harry has never felt anything like this in his life. So it is life or death for him.
Or at least had someone feel it back. And she's a model, which he puts great stock in. He's like, oh, I've got a model now.
He said he never could get a girl like him.
Yeah.
Like her.
And I forget sometimes that I'm talking about people who are like less than half my age too. I have to remember, because I am just an old bitter man who's felt all these things before. And by the way, I was feeling them much later than them. I date so rarely now that if anybody says hello to me that's hot, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like looking him up on Instagram. I'm like, do we like any of the same things? Why is he private? Oh my God.
Oh my God. That's the Ronnie. That's adorable. Like if you in bed, like going like, do we have mutuals? And just like
I get like that.
Do you like scroll through and then like just see their life and how like picturing how you could fit into it?
Well, yeah, you can tell everything from someone's social profiles, and like, will they hate me? because you can tell like their interests and my interests or whatever and see if they align or like, do we have mutuals? Like politically, what have they said?
Yeah. Like if they're like on like a big Rogan person or something like that. Like is there a Hinge person of like, this could go either way? Like, usually with celebrities and other pop culture figures, you're like, okay, I can get along with you if you like this person. Is there one like right down the middle that like, well, that could either be I really like you or I really don't? Like, is there one celebrity like that?
Oh, a celebrity?
Well, like if they like that celebrity, that it could go, they could either be like great celebrity for you or horrible for you.
I like people who look like they don't know what they're doing on social media and they don't use it. Like I'm really into people when you look them up on social. I met somebody the other day.
Dude, you got to meet my dad, man. Like you would love him. I mean, everything that you're saying it sounds like Bill Bailey. This is amazing.
Does he know how to use a jitterbug? That's all I care about.
He does.
I love some big numbers on a phone.
He set up my grandma, so I know he knows how to use it. Yeah.
Yeah, I like when you look somebody up on the internet and they just have that blank picture that's like a gray head. You know what I mean?
The gray heads or the Twitter eggs. Like those are... That's when's there going to be a serial killer doc about that? Like they all, and by the way, every one of the serial killers from here on out, you will know like, well, we should have known they had a gray head profile.
I like that, but they're only on there because they signed up in the beginning and then never went on again. That's what I think is hot because anybody with too much on there, I'm like, gross,
Oh yeah, I mean, like when I think about what I do online, I give myself, myself the ick. Like it's completely like I'm making Bravo memes in my 40s. Like that never.
You make very good ones though. You do make very funny ones.
When I was studying at Arizona State University, I didn't have this I did not think I would be doing this.
Well, we're definitely in the same boat as far as you date, and you can judge people's social all you want, but they also get to look at yours. And they come to ours, and it's like, I cover Bravo every day, and they're like, fuck this. Who wants to date that?
We really carved out quite a life for ourselves. Like it's really truly vexing.
We've really painted ourselves into a corner here. You got lucky that you have a very cute girlfirlend, but
she's beautiful. But every podcaster owes something to you guys. But then as you get further into it, you're like, what have I done? Like they really tricked all of us. They tricked all of us. Like this is insane.
That's funny.
And by the way, people listening, don't get upset. Ronnie knows that was a joke purely.
Of course. And nobody, my God. So then we talk about their relationship, which is gross. Okay. So then Harry and Serena, this is cute because I think that Harry and Serena aren't friends anymore. I think because of this whole Lara thing.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like. What do you know about that? Because I forgot to ask Serena about it when I had the chance.
That's what I was going to ask if you asked her that, because I think like Harry said that Serena unfollowed and potentially blocked him after the season.
Yeah, she said something like that, but she didn't say why. And we started talking about, I don't know, mental health or some shit. That's where I got to learn to stop myself and just say, okay, mental health cut short. Let's put mental health on pause while I get some tea, and then we'll go back to the because then I forget, my attention goes elsewhere.
But also, I'm so bad at the interviews in that case, in that sense, because I'm always wanting to be nice enough where they enjoy themselves, where I'm like, I'm not looking for like the headline. I don't want to be on realityt.com. I don't want to be like, it's like, oh, I got the thing that'll actually get me attention. Like, no, I just want to have a conversation, and wherever it goes. And people are like, you forgot the important thing that people are actually talking about.
I think it was something to do with the Lara stuff, that they feel like Lara's being, attacked or bullied, or, they have these two, like on the comments on the post, we posted a clip, and of course we posted the shadiest clip there was to post, but we posted a clip, and so the fighting on the clip is crazy, It's like, you're bullying her, you're bullying Serena. And then Laura came on and she's like, no one understands how I've been treated this whole season, and everything bad about Serena was cut, but I'm not going to be quiet anymore. And it's like, okay, well then say what happened, but she doesn't.
Laura,
she just
alludes. You had Laura on too?
No, she's just in the comments.
Oh,
like she turned the comments off on her Instagram, but it's coming on our post to be like, this is all a lie. It's all bullying. If you want the truth, you'll get it. I'm like, well, when's the truth? Like, tell me the truth. So
do we have to wait for next season for the truth? Like there's no below deck reunion. So come on.
Yeah. So it seems like Lara's side is calling Serena the biggest bully in the world, and Serena's side is calling Lara the biggest bully in the world. And so it's all bullying accusations. And I guess Harry feels that Serena's the bully, I'm guessing, from what I'm reading just from the comments. But Serena never said anything about it. Zarina. By the way, people say, why are you calling her Serena? Because I'm gay and I have a lisp. That's why. Okay.
I love, but it's like you watch the show and it's like so low level stakes, even though this seems so intense for them. Like they feel like they're in Scandival right now. And we're like, well, the new season of Below Deck airs next week. Like we're already over. Like we're off of it. Like we're talking more about plates than we are any kind of actual storyline that they have centered themselves around. So It's really weird. Like, but it's nice to see that they really do, like they care. Their emotions are in it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. And I also like that we tied the season up with another disagreement about plates. This time there wasn't enough plates, but it all came back to plates at the end, which I'll give them credit for. So everybody goes dancing. They go to dinner, then they go dancing, and then it starts raining and people are shit-faced and they start sexy dancing. So Serena's like that girl who's in the sand on her knees, swinging around her hair while Lara looks on disgustedly. And then Alicia is also shit-faced, so she starts sexy dancing, and she starts doing that like white girl twerk thing where she just starts rubbing her butt up and down. So she's getting it on Harry, and then Harry walks away, not thinking anything of it, and she's still just kind of like doing it. It was like kind of a twitch.
The sad white girl twitch.
Yes.
Passerbys wonder if she's okay. Like, oh my God.
Just wasted
she's
alone.
Seizing. Yeah.
Yeah, like phantom twerk. I don't know what was happening.
She was really getting into that. I was like, I thought she was doing the lambada or something. It was really in her head. Like I think in all of their heads, they are making like insanely intense television, and all we see is just like a little twerk. Like a little boring trick, you know?
So Harry goes back over to Lara, and of course Lara is like, "Oh my God, look at what Alicia's doing to," and she's like, "Oh my God, is she twerking on Harry?" So Harry comes over to say hi, and Lara's like, "You must speak with Alicia right now, now." And so they do, and he's like, "I'm so sorry, I didn't mean it like that. I'm drunk, I didn't." But still, if I was a girl and there was a guy doing it, it wouldn't be the same, Harry. And so they had their first tiff.
but like Harry hung in there with the apologizing. Because a lot of men I hear from like women, they will not apologize, they will not admit fault. This guy, he was like taking credit for anything wrong. He was like, I did the plates. I did this. It's all me. I did it all. And she accepted the apology and he kept apologizing. He was like, it's not right. I'm filthy. I'm disgusting.
He made it so that you don't even want to call him out because you don't want to have to sit there and listen to him apologize for 2 hours. You know, it's like, oh my God, can we move on now? It's like, no, really, I'm so sorry.
And I think you're right. She saw it immediately and she was like, no, I'm good. It's all good. I get it. And then they get in the car and he's still apologizing. He's like, I feel horrible. I can't believe it. I'm going to cut my thingy off. It's just no good. Yeah.
By the time they get to the van, he's like,
I thought it was going to be an up all night conversation where we were going to see like him apologizing at 3 and 4 in the morning of like, I'll do anything for you.
You're a model. I can't believe I treated a model like that. Meanwhile, Serena and Alicia are just making out like full on, like for 5 minutes. It just kept going and going. And everybody
and nobody
like,
really questions that. Everybody's like, oh my God. But like, no, there's no scene about that. It's just like, yeah, cool.
Yeah. So we get some Harry sighing in the car, we get some Harry sobbing in the car, etc. And can we just finish this already? Okay, so Marina loves Nick. Nick loves Marina, but they're both single, so they're going to stay. You know, they're going to see where it goes. And now it's time for the Serena and Lara ending. So they're in the cabin. Serena thinks everything's fine. So Lara's like, all right, let's talk, So about this tension between us. And Serena's like, all right, go ahead. It's like last night I was confused because, we didn't mention at the dinner, Serena said, I'd like to make a cheers to Lara, who's been a great chief stew. She had a lot to deal with. She did a great job at it. She handled herself really well this season. So cheers to her. And Lara got pissed off that she made this speech and said it's not real. What do you think of that? You think it was real?
It was real enough, but leave it alone. At this point, it's such an obsession in her mind to find anything that Serena does at this point is going to irk her, and she's going to find ways that it is like that it is a big, vast conspiracy that against her. So, I mean, I it was real enough. I didn't think it was like a complete joke.
Yeah, I mean, if someone's making an effort to be nice, what's the problem? I mean, if she had said something like, oh, and TzaLara, who's just worked so hard this entire season, or something like that, but she didn't. And she was doing it in front of the captain. I mean, I thought it was nice, but
also the beef was squashed. The way you want to bring back up the beef. And I just thought, like, did somebody encourage her to do this? Because I felt like it was so short-sighted and dumb. Because at this point, like, don't you feel like this is a little unhinged at this point? Like, we've figured it out. It's done. Why are you wanting to? Like, it almost felt like, are you wanting camera time? Like, what did this feel like a natural end to the storyline that you didn't feel like you got the day before?
Yeah, it's like, girl, we know you didn't order enough plates to bring back more beef, so just end it now. So she confronts her in the cabin and she's like, well, there's tension between us. Last night I was confused because you made a speech to me about how I'm great and all that, and I handled it so well. And Serena's like, yeah, because you did. And she's like, no, but that's the opposite of what you were saying to me. You made me feel like I wasn't doing a good job and you put me in a very dark headspace. No one said you didn't do a good. She's never said that you didn't do a good job. She lied about you being late that one time. Yeah. She did not treat you this whole season like you did a bad job. I can't sign on for that. I quit this show.
Yeah. Won't sign on to that. You've upset Ronnie. Look what you did, Laura. You've upset Ronnie now. Like, that's not. No, I mean, I think nobody can, like, the insecurity just is like, it reeks of insecurity in such a weird way that I just don't know what the benefit of that conversation was. And it was confusing. I think it confused Serena. I think it confused the audience. And I don't think that anything was gotten from it, except that Serena eventually says, well, I guess I don't want to really be friends with you then, if that's how it's going to be.
I think she was trying a couple things. I think she was trying to get a scene out of Serena to make Serena look crazy. Because Serena didn't react how she thought she was going to. Serena didn't fight. She didn't cry. She didn't do anything she thought she was going to do. She said, okay, well, I've tried apologizing, and if you don't want to be my friend, I understand. And she's like, okay. So it was anticlimactic. And I think the second part is she's getting it on record on TV that Serena's put her into this very, very dark place with mental health and this and that. So she can villainize Serena. And it's not cool. And I see her doing it in the public sphere too. So it's kind of nice to see this all backfiring on her. Cause I thought, what could have happened in the season finale that set her off? And it's all in her head. It's all stuff that she did. So.
I mean, I don't really pay attention to below deck, like kind of what's going on, like behind the scenes. Like, is she sitting there defending herself over tonight's episode?
I haven't looked tonight because it literally just ended before we started talking. So I don't know about tonight, but she's been doing it for the whole season. Like, no one understands what Serena put me through in the dark place that she took me to. I've never been in such a dark place. So she's saying that all this stuff has been cut to make Serena look good. And I'm like, they didn't make Serena look good. They made Serena look nuts too.
She would sneak into my bunk and put my hand in water so I would pee the bed.
Yeah. So I don't really know. But she dumps Serena basically and says, I can't be your friend anymore, And so Serena's like, okay, well, I've tried. And she's like, well, I've tried for approval all season, but fuck it. I can avoid the cool girl click, the talking lobster click.
I love, though, nobody was raising their voices. Like, we didn't have a voice raised. It was very Downton Abbey almost.
Yeah, I think she wanted it, but it didn't get there. So she didn't get it. So everybody goes and says bye to each other. Laura says bye to the captain, and he's very like, good job this season, very prim and proper, and then gives Serena a nice big hug and sends her off. And that's pretty much it. She's like, I pulled out the short straw. I had weevils, a sous chef who wanted my job, a new sous chef with, no experience. And on top of that, just cut to Laura's face, please. It's just that bird, like. But she's going to keep on cooking and let her freak flag fly. And that's pretty much it. That was it.
That was what a journey I've been through this last week, watching this entire season. It is.
You are the hardest working man in podcasting. And you know what? If I ever ask you to do something and you don't watch it, just say no. Do you have any other openings? I would have put you on something else.
No, Ronnie, it is a privilege to be here in any capacity. You know that. I love talking to you regardless of the podcast or not. But like, yeah. And also, I love watching Bravo. So it was an excuse to actually watch a show that I usually, like I watched all of Below Deck Sailing Yacht, and then sometimes I just didn't pick it up. So I was so thrilled to watch it, but it is interesting what a low level season it was. And I still liked it. I'm still impressed at how big the yacht was. I was like, this is huge. Like
that yacht is huge.
The yacht was huge. I'm not used to seeing that big of a yacht. The bedrooms were bigger. I mean, it was great. It was just interesting that this was the season finale. Like, it was like, it's all leading up to this. Plates!
Again, lack of silverware. Dawn, dawn, dawn.
But you just keep imagining, like, that's what I kept doing. Like, when I would get sometimes checked out of episodes, I would imagine other Bravo characters in the yacht. Like, oh my God, if Jax could be here, or if Kyle Cook could be here. Like, I just kept putting, like, if Heather Gay could be here, and like trying to complain about things. Like, which, by the way, I think Salt Lake City, aren't they doing a Below Deck episode this season on their
they're going to be doing
Salt Lake?
They're doing, I think, Below Deck regular coming up. I think they're doing. I think the regular Below Deck is going to be Daisy as Chief Stew, and
Daisy's Chief Stew? Wait, Gary's not coming back, right? Gary's done.
No, that's not sailing. This is going to be the regular. So they moved Daisy over to. No, that's not true. That's not true. Fraser is back for regular Below Deck, and then they got Daisy for another one. I guess, would that be sailing, or is that the new Down Under? I don't know. I get them all confused.
I'm saying it's like 90 Day Fiance with the Below Deck universe, where I'm like, oh, I know. Well, it all, there's a boat, but the preview for Below Deck next week, like the season preview, there would look like there's some like S&M and bondage, and everybody's kissing everybody, and there's bisexuals and heterosexuals and homosexuals.
Yeah,
and
Fraser actually gets to make out with people this season, which is nice. I mean, he's done it before, but it looks like there's some actual bi action on this one. I'm excited to see it.
That's
so perverted.
We're going to see full penetration on the next season of Below Deck. Like, did I see Fraser enter a man last night? Like, this is really they're stepping it up.
But yeah, I know Fraser's going to come back with a lot of attitude, because he's got he's got very strong highlights now. I just saw him on some commercial or something, and I was like, oh my God, those highlights are taking no prisoners this season.
Do you think once they get like the third and fourth season, they start thinking they're hot shit, and they do something like kind of like drastic with their look a little bit? Like, remember, like, this is a bad example. I always think about Vicky Gunvalson, that one time she got the facelift and it didn't settle before shooting. And she came up with that beach, and everybody was like, whoa, holy crap.
So I didn't do anything. What are you talking about? I didn't do anything.
That's right.
Can't move her neck. She's like, what?
And then the first episode of The Valley, Brittany was in like a head bandage because you realize like they realized they were picked up, and they're like, oh, I got to get plastic surgery really quick. And it like, I love when they start filming before whatever they've done to prepare for the season is healed. Like, that's
I feel like, for Brittany. Brittany goes through a lot on that show, on those shows, all of the shows, and she's such an asshole a lot of the time. But I do, at the end of the day, feel you got nothing for nothing. Feel for Brittany, because like that time, she got the waddle surgery. So she got like her waddle like lifted and then like put behind her. But then it also messed up part of her face. Like she couldn't move part of her face. So the whole season, people are like, what the fuck is wrong with her face? She looks like trash. And I was like, this woman cannot win, man.
Yeah, like some characters in reality TV are just damned if they do, damned if they don't. Like, it does not matter what you do. And then usually what happens about 8 or 9 years in, if you're lucky enough or like unlucky enough to be on a show still, people will come around, and then there'll be like this kind of underground following. We saw that. I mean, I feel like Dodie's like that. Dodie is now considered like ethereal in a lot of ways. And I'm like, well, I remember a time when people were like railing against Dodie, and now she's considered she's like Paul Bunyan. Like, there's like a myth about Dodie. And like people are just like, she's an angel. She's an angel. Everything she says, she's angelic.
Watching that transformation has been crazy. Like, watching that has been nuts. Like, she had a really good first season on the show, I thought she did a good job of kind of balancing the apology for what, like re-entering. I thought she did a pretty nice job. This season, she's not really doing that much so far at all. And the audience loves that. Like the audience will really, as long as there's other stuff going on the show, you can really do nothing in the season and the audience will love you.
Dodie literally was sitting, like, she just says, yeah, I'm taking Xanax because I don't like people arguing. Like, just really like a thrown away line. She'll be like, yeah, we don't really have to do that. I'm just trying to get my drink on right now. Like, she reminds me of what I read 70s Los Angeles was like Joan Didion and all of these, like, really, like vicious circle type, like, she just kind of reminds me from a different era where she was just like, remember when people could drink during pregnancy? Like, I want to go back to those times.
Yeah, where are those days? Yeah, well, kind of the downer times before the Coke times, I think, because the newer generation of TV is all like jacked out. And everyone's like, and their fights are like Coke rages, Coke alcohol binge rages. Ow, what am I stuck on? Ow, I'm stuck on my own beard. I'm so sorry. And
that's a plug. By the way, for anybody not watching this, Ronnie's beard is magnificent. I mean, like
my beard.
Well, I mean, it's what do we call it? Like a stubble? Is that what it is? It's like it's really nice.
I don't know what I would call it. It's called laziness. I shave once every couple of weeks, but this week I was like, I'm tired.
Listen, Paige DeSorbo wouldn't like you because she said she doesn't go for a man with a beard in this week's episode. But other than that, I say keep doing this.
Paige DeSorbo wouldn't like me anyway. Okay, she wouldn't like me clean shaven.
Are you team? Did you take a stand in the great battle of the decade? Team Craig or Team Paige?
Team Paige. Team Paige,
yeah, 100%. Team Paige, obviously, right?
Craig sucks. Craig.
I mean, obvious. Okay, I just didn't know where you stood. I didn't know that. Yeah, but I think.
Are you? So you are too. You're Team Paige.
Oh
too?
Yeah, of course. Like I don't dislike Craig, but like obviously Team Paige. Like I
love Craig for Southern charm, but he's been compulsively lying and shit for years. I could never understand what she was doing with Craig.
I do get frustrated with Bravo at the reunions of like, yeah, we now have it well documented about Craig lying in so many situations. And they kind of did it on Watch What Happens Live when he was on, but they really do need to do a clip package at a reunion where they hold Craig's eyeballs open and make him watch every lie. And like, just be like, it's okay, man. Like we all do it. It's okay. Like just say why. I know it's a deep insecurity. I know you're probably not a bad person deep down. Like just admit it. But he
still lies though. Like this last time they showed him a clip of him lying, saying he never lied again, and they're openly laughing at him on Watch What Happens. He's like, well, that's not exactly what was said, and it's just how you guys took it at the moment. And I loved the reveal on Summer House when we finally learned the truth, because, Craig got to tell his side so much earlier than Summer House ended. So by the time Summer House came, he had told everybody, I bought this ring for Paige, and then she dumped me, and she knew I had this ring. And we all knew that was a lie.
Paige had his number immediately. Like, this is exactly why, because he didn't buy the ring. By the way, we talked about Angeline earlier. That's what Craig, in 15 years, you'll pay him $150 to drive around in his car with him, and he'll lie to you for $150.
Yeah, just tell me lies.
Just tell me lies.
One thing I forgot to bring up on Crappy Hour, so I'm glad I have you here, is this Craig thing. So in the preview for Summer House, we saw Paige saying, and I found out he was texting bitches.
What do you think?
Yeah, what was that about? Have you heard anything about that?
So she expanded on that a little bit, just saying that she saw him like put like heart emojis on like 2 DMs, and she said, listen, it couldn't be anything, but he was weird about it, and he did do that, like not just like hearting a thing, how you do on Instagram, but like heart emojis. And she just said it was like just weird behavior. And it was weird behavior, and he acted weird about it. But she said, there was no proof. I am wondering why they cut that out, but they used it in the mid-season trailer. And I just thought maybe it wasn't the story that they want. I think they wanted to tell the story of 3 girls like not not knowing that they would be at this place, but loving their life, because like you guys probably already talked about this too. It's like they're telling us this is a spinoff, period. So I don't think they wanted that little clip in there, because we would just be running with that instead of what the narrative has been this week of, we need to see this spinoff. These girls are in a spinoff and it's about womanhood,
Yeah, they're really selling that hard now. They're going around all their interviews. Like Amanda's like, well, people have to graduate from the show. So I'm guessing obviously that's what they're trying to do, right? They're going to put out a season of them in the city. The
I
valley.
100%. And I think it'll be great. I would love them to film the conversation where Kyle begs Amanda to be able to keep going to the summer house. Like, I want to be Van Wilder. Like, there's no graduation here. I will be a 7th year senior. Like, I will chain myself to this summer house. Like, that dude will beg to stay at that summer house from Amanda, from
Kyle
Bravo.
still goes out and parties all night. I don't think it matters if he's in New York. He's still going to be coming home at 4 a.m. Like, hey, Amanda, Kyle, why are you waking me up?
I would be scared. Wouldn't you be scared for a season of Summer House with Kyle there by himself? Like, Amanda's not there. Like, imagine
the Matthew McConaughey of the house.
And he's still tiptoeing into his bedroom even though nobody's there. He's like, Nick, Amanda's not even there, dude.
I hope this city thing happens. I really want to see it. I think it's going to be so good.
Why
not? Who do you think they'll bring back?
Keep Paige into the fold. I mean, do you think who's being brought back to Summer House?
Paige will do it. It'll definitely be Paige, Amanda, and Kyle, and Lindsay, and who else was there?
For Summer House or the spinoff?
The spinoff.
See, I don't think the spinoff is going to include the guys. I think it's going to be girl centric. I thought so. Like, you'll know that Kyle obviously exists, but I thought from what I was hearing that it was going to be the girls. It was like a girl centric show in the city.
Oh, so kind of their new New York. What they were trying to do with New York earlier, which is just like all influencers living in New York and
exactly. Which, by the way, did you see Next Gen NYC yet?
No, I haven't watched it yet because I don't want to.
I have it, but I haven't watched it. I don't want to remember new names.
I'm not going to remember new names for a while. I think it looks so good. The trailer looks good.
Yeah. Like, I'll try anything. It's just hard to get me to initially sit down to watch because I have a tendency of like, I don't want new things in my life. Like, it's hard to accept a new show. It's hard to like accept new characters. And, like it's not as intense because we already know Brooks Marks and we already know Candy's daughter and
but not like this. I mean, it's going to be Brooks looks hilarious on the show. I think he's going to be really funny. Riley, I think, doesn't ever say anything. They never showed Riley saying anything.
No, Riley was DJing.
Yeah. And she threw her phone in the water on accident. So we saw that. And it looks like Gia and it looks like the new people that they're bringing in are pretty good. They look pretty dramatic.
It's interesting. In the previews, I don't see Gia as much as I do like Brooks and the others.
I think those are just kind of, they bring in the headliners, to sell the show, but it looks like the other people are going to be taking over. Like they've got that really
girl
beautiful
that has like
trans
1 million
model.
Followers.
Yeah. Is that her?
I don't know. You said trans model. I didn't even know there was a trans model on the show.
Yeah, they've got like a beautiful trans model. She's like the really gorgeous, glamorous model one. I think they've got a couple models
I didn't realize
she's
she
like
was
super
trans.
glamorous.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then they've got like, well, they're all young. I was going to say a young guy, but one of the young guys in it looks like a total douchebag. So I think it's going to be really good.
So I hope it's like a blend of like NYC Prep and Roni,
Yeah. I never watched NYC Prep.
Oh, right.
That's embarrassing. I've never confessed that before. I guess I should watch that.
Watch it, but like save that for you. Don't even talk about it on Crappens ever. Just watch it for your own enjoyment and like have that be something that you keep for yourself. Because to me, it's a very special show that like don't just keep a show for you. And I think NYC Prep would be great where you could have that, enjoy it, and don't do anything around it. Just enjoy it.
Okay, perfect. I will. I'll take that advice. I'll save that till one day when I'm like in a hospital and I think all is lost. I'll be like, I've saved this little nugget.
Yeah, Ronnie's in a hospital and I bring him NYC Prep,
Yeah,
Ronnie, if you can hear me, come out. We all miss you. I brought you the first season of NYC Prep.
Come towards the Betamax. Come towards the Betamax. Ryan, thank you for being here. I love talking to you and love spending time with you. Everybody go catch up with Ryan's podcast. It's So Bad It's Good with Ryan Bailey. I'm sure you're all subscribed anyway. Go listen to him over on Jeff Lewis Live.
Yeah,
like, how often are you over there? You're over there.
I'm over there like once
three times a week.
No, just once a week right now, and I love being there. And listeners, guys, thank you for listening. I hope this was okay. Be nice. Don't just be cool. I was looking forward to this all week, so
no, Ryan,
I hope I did
love
okay
talking
for
to you. You've been such a good friend to this show and to us personally for so long, and it's so good to have you here and talk to you. It's the only time I ever see any friends here. Like podcast friends is when one of us is missing.
we got to get our Vespas out and get on the PCH and just ride.
Hell yeah.
Like easy rider.
I still got my other one if you want to ride it. If you want to learn how to ride it, I've still got my old one over here.
Wouldn't that really trip out like a very small amount of the population of Los Angeles of like, did I just see Ronnie Karam and that weird guy Ryan?
We'll get Julie Goldman. She's got one
Oh
now.
my God.
So
we'll get Laura. We'll get Danny. What if we had a motorcycle crew, like a tough gang, and there's like initiations,
but like
and
Vespas,
stuff?
like it has to be like a wussy motorcycle crew.
Oh yeah, like the Larry Crown mobile, the Tom Hanks movie that really got me into Vespas. Yeah,
I can put Ben in a little sidecar because I know he'll never do the Vespa thing, but I'll put Ben in the sidecar, like Tom.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the Schwartz and Sandy's sidecar isn't being used. Like, could you imagine if you did the Vespa version of the Schwartz and Sandy's mobile, the Tom mobile?
Doesn't it sound like Ken's probably in that thing?
I can't believe I was in this. I can't believe.
How did I get here? I don't even remember coming here, darling.
My life force is in these dogs. So can help me.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much. Love you guys. We'll talk to you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.